Hello and welcome back to ValueRequest. In this video we're going to show you how to create a custom map layer on Google Maps with your own point data that you created on your places. From there you're going to download that KML file and then upload that file to ValueRequest. Once that file is uploaded on ValueRequest, you can merge that custom KML point data with your comparable sales data to run further analysis for your appraisal. You can run regressions, you can run adjustments, you can display it on the map with additional public data however you like. So to do that, we're first going to go to Google Maps. You will need a Gmail account for this. But once you're on Google Maps, you're going to go to the top left hand corner in the menu section, go to Your Places, and go to Maps. At the bottom, Create Map. Once that new tab is open, you can see how you have an untitled map layer. This is where you'll create your custom point data and your custom map layer for download. The first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to grab your subject property location. For this example, we're just going to grab a completely random address. So 5810 Logan Street will act as our subject property. From there, depending on what data you want to grab for your analysis, you can search either individual properties, you can search general things like Walmart or gas stations, or you can search individual point data. But for now, we're just going to keep it pretty general and search gas stations. As you can see, Google pulled about 10 or so gas stations in the immediate area of your subject property, or what's acting as your subject property. You may or may not want these. For this example, we're going to grab a few of them. Right now they're not added to our map layer. When I click this plus icon, it is adding those gas stations to our map layer. This is the layer that we're going to save and upload to ValueRequest. So I'm going to grab a few more here. Actually, I'm just going to grab all of them. Now, if you want to expand your data beyond what Google gives you in your initial search, and you don't know the address of that property, but you know its location on a map, you can grab that pin, this add marker icon, find that location on the map, drop that pin, and say if this is a corner market that you want to use in relation to gas stations but didn't come up on the search, you can drop that pin, label it corner market, hit save. Just to do it again, add marker icon, find your location, drop the pin, corner market number 2. And is automatically being saved to your map layer. So right now we have a map layer of our surrounding fuel stations and corner markets. We're going to use this as one map layer. You are not going to want to add data that doesn't relate to your fuel station map layer in the same KML file. And we'll go over that later. But for now, we're going to name this map layer fuel stations. Save. Alright, as you can see now, we have all of our fuel stations and corner markets, all of our point data that we want to upload to ValueRequest in our Google map layer titled fuel stations. From here, you're going to want to go to the icon to the right, hit export to KML file, entire map, and check the box that says export to KML file. Download. Now once you have downloaded your KML file to your C drive, at this point you can go to ValueRequest, search your subject property. Once you have verified your subject property location, you can hit start researching. So from here, under the user-defined data, upload new file, this is where you'll upload both your sales comparable data and your custom map layer from Google Maps. So we're going to choose file, and then we're going to upload both our sales comparable and our fuel stations, our KML file. Open. Now from here they are both uploaded, and I do want to mention that if you are not able to upload your KML file to ValueRequest, the ones that you downloaded from Google Maps, you may need to download Google Earth to your desktop. However, it just depends on how you have your files configured. So from here, we are going to display our fuel stations on the map. You can see these are all the fuel stations and corner markets that we created in our custom map layer from Google Maps. We're going to see how they compare to our sales comparison data. You can see all the point data for our sales comparison as well as the fuel stations. From here, you can expand that data, your private data, with the public data that we have on our site. So you can hit census tracts. You can see how that point data relates to each or falls within each census tract. You can add man-made features. You can see how each man-made feature is displayed on the map in relation to both the census tracts and your point data, your custom layer, and your sales comparables. You can download this map layer to put in your appraisal report. However, the most important part that we want to go over is how to merge this fuel station data with your sales comparable table. So this table acts as our sales comparables. You're going to want to make that sales comparables the master table, and this row is your subject property. You can edit this however you like. You can put the age of the subject property, 25 years, land square foot, 45,000 square foot. However, in order to add the fuel station data to your sales comparable data, you're going to want to go to the top right where it says add column, select from the data type distance to closest feature. You're going to need to select your source table, which is fuel stations, your KML file. Name that column fuel stations. And here you see the fuel station data is added to your sales comparable data. Now what you see here is the distance to the closest fuel station from each sales comparable. So each sales comparable and its nearest fuel station has been added to your master table. Now to further extend this example, we're going to choose column type, distance to closest feature, and we're going to select schools because we also downloaded schools from our public data. I'm going to name that column schools. And see, schools was added to our sales comparable data as well. So for each sales comparable, we can see how close it is to our custom map layer that we grabbed from Google, which are our fuel stations, and our public data, which we grabbed from the map tab to see exactly how far away each sales comparable is to the nearest fuel station and public school. From here, we can go on to run regression and adjustment analysis. We can further manipulate this data, whatever you like to do, and you can always go back to the map to see how that data compares geographically with the data you supply. So once again, this is a video to show how to grab custom point data map layers from Google Maps and then merge that data with your sales comparables in Google Maps to geo-layer all your point data, combine that point data in a table, and then run regression and adjustment analysis on that data. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching this video and hope to see you back soon. Thanks.